Hello everybody, I am Tom and you are watching me play Dark Souls Remastered. In the last episode we made our way through the Duke Archives, we saved Logan, we did a few other things. In today's episode we're going to go kill Seath. Or attempt to at the very least. Now, Seath is a fairly easy boss. What makes him difficult is the area before him is kind of a pain in the ass. But if you know your way through there, it's not too bad. They give you 20 prism stones here. There's a reason for that, which I'll show later. I have the useful knowledge of knowing where all the secret paths are, so I don't actually need them. This forest area has some stuff in it, but nothing I care about. And there's a bunch of golems around here, which are a pain in the ass, so I'm not... I may kill this one. This one I'll kill. Oh god. There we go. A seemingly familiar face, although slightly different.
It was you who rescued me. Why, thank you. I am Zieglinde of Katarina. I don't know how I ended up in that crystal. It wasn't terrible in there, but I could hardly move. I must think of some way to repay you. Oh, have you seen my father? You wouldn't miss him. A suit of armor just like mine. Thank goodness. I knew he was here somewhere. Well then, now I must find him. Thanks again, truly. Now if we'll just stay put and keep out of trouble. Thank goodness.
Okay. So that is Sigmar's daughter. So I'm glad we saved her. I usually don't do the storyline far enough to actually be able to save her. That golden golem only shows up if you've done his storyline to a specific point. Which involves just talking to him in all the places you can find him. It's not particularly difficult, but... do I save and quit here? Sure. The reason I'm doing that, by the way, is to reset those golems, because I don't want to fight them. It's a pain in the ass. But I noticed that gold golem there, so I'm like, I'll go save Sieglinde, I suppose. Which is interesting, it means I can continue the storyline. I thought there was a point at which you could no longer continue the storyline, but it seems not. It seems like, as long as you've done the corresponding things, you can do it at any point in the game, which is cool. I'm gonna kill this guy. Maybe. Jesus. I should have kindled that bonfire, but I didn't, so... Now, the gimmick about this place is the fact that there is invisible pathways everywhere. Also, butterflies here. You can see here it kind of shows you the ice is falling and landing on something that isn't there. So this place is full of invisible pathways. Which, you know, kind of sucks, because invisible pathways are never necessarily fun. But you can learn where all the invisible pathways are, which makes it a lot less of a hassle to get through this area. This here is a developer message. You notice it has no rating. It's because it's done by a developer. And the reason they give you prism stones is you can drop prism stones and it'll tell you exactly where you need to go, but you also don't need to do that. Now this guy here is a pain in the dick. Mainly because of the floor, more than he is annoying. There he goes. He's an idiot, so that helps. Now from this point, you can avoid all these butterflies. I would suggest you do, because they're a pain in the ass to fight if they're shooting magic at you. We can come down here. Weirdly, there's a thing directly underneath us. There's also crystal lizards back this way if you want to go kill them, but I'm not going to bother. All you have to do is run in a straight line right to that other message. Imminent fall. Is it, though? No, it isn't. It's a lie. Straight line to this right here. Someone's put this message here, which is really, really good. Well done. I usually do this little outcropping here that you can see. That is a direct path from where you drop down. So if you just walk in a straight line from there, you're good. But that message there actually helps significantly. I'm glad they put it there. And there's a bunch of items you can get through that area, but I really don't care. None of them are useful for what I'm doing. And I'm just not worried, to be perfectly honest. There's like some Titanite chunks, there's some souls. Aside from that, there's nothing like extraordinary. Now this area sucks because of clams. I think I'm actually going to go slowish through here and try and kill all the clams, because fuck clams. Hello, clam. Killing one-handed three-shotting them is actually kind of useful, I'll be perfectly honest. Oh, there we go. Oh, Twinkling Titanite. These guys will drop an endless supply of Twinkling Titanite, which is good to know. They can also drop Cursed Skulls, which is also useful. I usually just run past these guys, but killing them, when I have as much strength as I do, killing them is actually easier. You notice that the quote-unquote pearls inside there are actually skulls, which is kind of creepy, but I can deal with it. Really, you saw me from there. I am impressed. That is impressive. This might end up being a really short episode, by the way. Because I'm pretty much going to kill Seath, and then that's about it. Maybe I'll go kill Gwyndolin as well. Depends how many attempts it takes me at Seath, I suppose. More Twinkling Titanite. This guy's facing away from me. The one just there is facing away from me, which is why I'm keep walking up and getting the ones further away. He's actually like facing the other direction, which makes things easier. Fucking stab. There we go. More Twinkling Titanite. Oh yeah. So they're all dead. No item off that one. This here is the boss fight. There is no fog door. There will be a fog door after we start. Good luck. Okay. Over there is the primordial crystal that Logan was talking about. Directly on the other side of us. We want to destroy this. Which pisses Seath off. It also makes him, like, hurt. I could go for the tail, but I'm not going to. Ow, shit. He actually hit me with that. I'm surprised. He hit me twice with that, which is insane. Always be careful. You don't want him to hit you twice with that. If I get... Obviously, if I get cursed, I die instantly. There we go, he dead. Ooh, nearly died. I very nearly died. I have no Estus left. But there goes Seath. Bequeath Lord Soul. Defeat Seath the Scaleless. Achievement unlocked. So we now have all the Lord Souls killed, which is cool. Level up. 30 endurance. There we go. That's where I wanted to get. And what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to pop every single one of my souls and just level up as much into health as I can. Probably including my boss souls, I think. I do want to read a couple of souls here. Here we go. Soul of Gravelord Nito, first of the dead. This Lord Soul was discovered at the dawn of the Age of Fire. Gravelord Nito administers the death of all manner of beings. The power of this soul is so great that it satiates the Lord Vessel, despite the fact that much of its energy has already been offered to death. And the Bequeath Lord Soul. Soul of the albino Seath the Scaleless, a fragment of the Lord's soul discovered in the dawn of the Age of Fire. Seath allied with Lord Gwyn and turned upon the dragons, and for this he was awarded dukedom, embraced by the royalty, and given a fragment of a great soul. Although just a piece, it will still satiate the Lord Vessel. The Lord Vessel. It'll satiate the Lord Vessel. So, they're both really cool. We can now pop a bunch of souls though, which I'm going to. I love the fact that I can use multiple at once. It saves me a lot of time. Because I'm not going to need to buy pretty much anything else for the rest of the game, as far as I can remember. If I do, I'll just have to farm. There's not much I can do about it, but I'm pretty sure I don't need to actually buy anything, which is great. Which means all these souls can just go into levels. Soul of the Lost Undead, and then 3 larger souls of the Lost Undead. I didn't mean to do that, but okay. And there. I'm tempted to use my boss souls as well. Just because I can. I read these, right? Soul of Manus, Father of the Abyss. This extraordinary soul is a viscous, lukewarm lump of gentle humanity. Ancient Manus was clearly once human, but he became the Father of the Abyss after his humanity went wild, eternally seeking his precious broken pendant. I think I did read that. So let's use the Soul of Manus. Gives us 18,000. It's fairly respectable, actually. I didn't know how much that gives you. I don't think I've ever popped it. I've always used it. The Guardian Soul. I think we read this too. Soul of a white-winged lion, Sanctuary Watchkeeper, who dreaded the spread of the Abyss. The Guardian exhibits traits of several animals other than lions, suggesting that it was no ordinary beast, but rather close to the being known as demons. 12,000. Soul of Sif. Soul of Sif, the Great Grey Wolf, who guards the grave of Artorias, the Abyss Walker. Special beings have special souls. Use the Soul of Sif, who inherited the Divine Knight Sword, to acquire a huge amount of souls or to create a unique weapon. I don't really want the unique weapon for any of these, so I'm not going to bother with them. I'm just going to use them for souls. Soul of Smo. Soul of Smo the Executioner, who guarded the cathedral in the Forsaken City of Anor Londo. Soul of Iron Golem. I guess I'll read it too. Soul serving as the core of the Iron Golem, guardian of Sen's fortress, and slayer of countless heroes seeking Anor Londo. Originally a bone of an everlasting dragon, used to acquire a huge amount of souls or to create a unique weapon. It makes one of the more interesting unique weapons. It makes essentially enormous gloves, like boxing gloves. It's kind of funny. And then finally Soul of Quelaag. Soul of Quelaag, once daughter of the Witch of Idolith, but now a chaos demon. So we get some interesting lore there. Also, we have 166,000 souls. So 3 levels into health, which ends up giving us nearly 100 health, which is not bad. How much do I need? 49,000 to level up next. Okay. Alright, I am going to warp to... We're 15 minutes in. I am going to warp to Anor Londo. Yeah. And I think I'm going to kill Gwyndolin in this episode as well. Make it a twofer. I believe I have the Darkmoon Seance Ring. Pretty sure I do. The Darkmoon Seance Ring, by the way, allows you to get into Gwyndolin without killing Guinevere. It's the intended way to get into Gwyndolin, and you can enter his Covenant. I'm not going to enter the Covenant, I'm instead going to murder him, but... You know. So I think I've shown off Gwyndolin's place before. I'm pretty sure I have. We want to take this one step lower. To the basement of the church, essentially. Yeah, I've already lit the fire, so clearly I've already been here, at least once. So there's a big statue of Gwyn here. If, however, we put on the Darkmoon Seance Ring. A ring is granted to adherents of Gwyndolin, Darkmoon deity and lastborn of Gwyn, Lord of Sunlight. The Dark Sun Gwyndolin is the only remaining deity in Anor Londo. His followers are few, but their tasks are of vital importance. Interesting line there. The Dark Sun Gwyndolin is the only remaining deity in Anor Londo. Doing so opens up a way forward.
Halt! This is the tomb of the great Lord Gwyn. Tarnished it shall not be by the feet of men. If thou art a true disciple of the Dark Sun, cast aside thine ire. Hear the voice of mine self, Gwyndolin, and kneel before me.
If you kneel, you will join his covenant. But fuck Gwyndolin. I ain't even gonna wear your ring, son.
What foolishness! Why trespasseth upon the great Lord's tomb, whilst thou art a disciple of the Dark Sun? Mark the words of mine self, Gwyndolin. Thou shalt not go unpunished.
It's a cool ass scene. Oh shit, he hit me. Can do a fair amount of damage to him, as you can see there. He will teleport backwards for infinity. He also has a bow, which he fires when he goes up on his snakes. I can do a shitload of damage to him, as you can see. It's not a particularly difficult boss fight, nor is it easy. Because he can do that. There he goes, though.
Oh, heretic, swathed in dark, an eternal curse upon thee.
Soul of Gwyndolin. Defeat the Dark Sun, Gwyndolin. There was a ghost of someone praying to him. I just murdered him. Interesting that this place is always bathed in sunlight. We come down here to the grave of Lord Gwyn, which is interesting. A couple of things to note. There's flowers left here, so Gwyndolin is obviously still tending for his father's grave and still cares about his father, obviously. Sunlight blade. Really, really cool miracle. One of my favorites. Big fat... Nope, it's the other chest. I think there's a chest in here that has a big fat nothing. Yeah, get the brass set, which is interesting because that is a set of the Firekeeper up at Analondo. Which is interesting for a few reasons. There we go. Armor of the Darkmoon Knightess, Firekeeper of Analondo. After going undead, she visited the Dark Sun Gwyndolin at the mausoleum of the Spiral Depths. Became a Blade of the Darkmoon and assumed the flame-keeping duty. She received this armor, which hides her hideous form and helps her hunt the guilty. Interesting, she has a hideous form. And this one's empty. I don't know why this is here. It's very, very weird. I'm gonna destroy this chair, motherfucker. Yeah, it's just empty for some reason. I don't really know why. I'd love to know if there was some kind of lore significance, so if anyone does know any lore significance to the empty chest there, I'd like to know it. Or if there's something you can do that makes an item appear in that chest, I don't know. But it's weird to me that it's empty. But that's Gwyndolin dead, so that's 2 bosses down in 1 episode, that ain't bad. I'm gonna have to go through and figure out what bosses I need to kill next before we go and kill Gwyn. I can probably check fire achievements, actually, because I can just check my achievements and which ones I've killed and which ones I haven't. But first things first, let's rest here. Run out here for a second. Interesting that everything's still light up here. I'm gonna teleport, I want to check something. I'm also going to level up, because why not? So I want to warp to Chamber of the Princess. She's still here, which is interesting.
Thou hast filled the Lord vessels. Indeed, a worthy successor thou shalt be. My patience was not for nil. I beg of thee, succeed Lord Gwyn, and inheriteth the world's fire. We have only thee. Since the day Father his form did obscureth, I have awaited thee, once living, now undead, and a fitting heir to Father Gwyn thou art, O chosen undead, and beseech thee, succeed Lord Gwyn, and inheriteth the fire of our world, a grave and arduous test of metal, yea, it shall be. Indeed, we had felt the warmth of fire, its radiance and the life it sustaineth. Without fire, all shall be a frigid and frightful dark. Now thou shalt go forth, chosen undead. May thou be one with the sunlight forevermore.
Interesting here is that I was always under the impression that Gwyndolin was the one who was creating this illusion. Because this isn't really Guinevere, it's an illusion of Guinevere. And so is the entirety of like the sunlight of all the palace and everything here. It's all fake. It's a falsehood. But I assumed killing Gwyndolin would have the same effect as killing Guinevere, but it seems not to. Which makes me question if it's really Gwyndolin who's casting all this magic. Interesting. How many years I've played this game and I still find new things that I find interesting. Also, if we warp to Anor Londo now, we're probably going to get attacked, which is why I'm going to do it. She didn't like me much.
So it was you, was it? How dare you produce a blade upon a deity? How did you ever get this far? I shall end your suffering here and now. It is the least that I can do.
But how? This man is a threat, Master Gwyndolin.
Kind of feel bad about that, to be perfectly honest. Oh. I can't teleport from here now. Well, that's a shame. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna have to Homeward Bone. Homeward Bone. Alright, I'm gonna head back to Firelink. And then that'll be the end of the episode. I'll hand in those Firekeeper souls as well. I may as well get my Estus up higher. Doesn't really need to be. It's kind of fine as it is, but I'll push it up. It'll put it to like a +5 Estus, I think, which is insane.
Oh, hello again. We're both managing quite well, aren't we? But I haven't found my father yet. Have you seen him? Really? Then I must be off. I'm sorry he's caused you trouble. He has a knack for that. If you just stay put. Really?
Interesting. So it seems I've progressed that storyline without even meaning to, which is kind of hilarious.
That you have agreed to link the fire. I thank you sincerely. Finally, the curse of the undead will be lifted. And I can die human. I am powerless, but I will do all that I can. Please, save us all. Please.
I've never heard that dialogue. The amount of things in this game that are just new to me is absolutely insane. I've literally never heard that dialogue.
Forgive me. I am impure.
I've heard that before.
Leave. I wish.
It's insane. Alright, we've got Nessus +5. There's new dialogue. Just... this game astounds me. Anyway, that's gonna be it. If you liked the video at any point, please leave a like. If you're not subscribed already, please consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time, where I don't really know what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have to go through and figure out what we've got to kill, all that kind of stuff. Soul of Gwyndolin. Soul of Darkmoon Gwyndolin, god of the Dark Sun, and guardian of deserted Anor Londo. Special beings have special souls. Use the soul of Gwyn's lastborn, there you go, to acquire a huge amount of souls and create a unique weapon. I'm just going to use it now, because why not? Probably a bad decision, because that's not enough to level up, but whatever. Anyway, I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.